What's up, everybody? It's Dom Universe. So today, I wanted to make a video about mindfulness and awareness, self-awareness, right? Now, I talked to y'all about eating and your senses. It's really about your senses and your energy, right? So let's start with your taste. Like I told y'all, when you eating, you supposed to be having your focus on your taste buds, your taste sense. Because oftentimes we like to do things while we eating while on our laptop, computer, our phone, eating while on the TV, eating while talking on the phone, eating while on social media, just eating while doing things, right? When you do that, you subconsciously, right? Like, let's say you eating and you playing the video game, or you watching TV. Let's say you watching my videos, eating and watching my video. You giving attention to my video. This is something that's ongoing. Your food, you sitting there eating the food, but you're not tasting it. So you subconsciously training your body to just scarf down food without tasting it. And what this will do is train you to when you hungry, or even when you're not hungry, you just eat excessively. You probably go and eat when you're not hungry. Your hunger be fooling the shit out of you. See, the thing is, our hunger tends to play tricks on our mind, and since we feel that, our mind is like, okay, this is hunger, go and get some food. But really, if you go and drink a cold glass of water, you're not gonna be hungry no more, right? So that's the tricky part. But yeah, when you focus on more than one thing, if you watching my video while playing it, you giving your attention to too many things. You are paying your precious currency to too many things at one time. So this is gonna make your energy go down faster throughout the day. We give our energy to too many things. This is why it's best to do one thing at a time. This multitasking really not the best thing for your psyche. But yeah, and taste, this part it's not just limited to tasting. It also your health. You need to be more mindful of your health, because a lot of us, we are trained to eat certain things like meat and dairy, but really meat and dairy actually lowers our vibration. It messes up our health. The food rots in our colon. We cannot digest that food properly, right? We are absorbing stress hormones and the energy of tortured animals. So we will experience that. This is part of the reason there is 300 million people with depression, because they're eating meat. The meat isn't even good even before it's sold. It's sitting there rotting before it's put on the shelf. But anyway, seeing. I know you really not supposed to get too attached to the physical eyes, but we are here supposed to be experiencing the physical realm as well, the material realm. So be mindful of the things you watching. Be mindful of the things you see, the things you read, the things you hear. Right? Be mindful of the people you call role models or you take after. Because we be on social media, right? Let's say we on social media and we scrolling. We seeing all type of drama. We seeing negativity. We reading it. Even if we not reading it, our subconscious mind see it with the peripheral. I noticed this because I heard this after I was wondering, how come sometimes when I'm on social media, even when I don't read, I have a word in the back of my mind, and when I keep looking like at just reading on what's on the screen, I see the word I have in the back of my head. You know why? Because my subconscious mind see it. So the more you make negativity, the more you experiencing and seeing and hearing negativity, the more it's going to become your life. So what you see and what you hear is information. Be cautious of what you're hearing, see or seeing. See, this is why it's best to be mindful of the music you listen to, because if you listening to stuff where they just talking about sex and drugs and killing, you probably be in your room in the mirror doing finger guns in the mirror. You probably on your camera acting like you tough, when I'd whoop you. But anyway, yeah, your subconscious mind, it's more powerful than your conscious mind, and that's the thing. People don't know the power of the subconscious mind. What we don't give our attention to, our subconscious has its attention on it. It's taking care of it. When we eat, we don't pay attention to it digesting. Our subconscious mind breaking that food down inside of us. When we when we do things we not mindful of, our subconscious mind takes note of it, and it's like, okay, you believe in this or you doing this. Eventually your subconscious mind gonna look for more and more things that's related to that, and it's going to give it to you, right? Because basically, if you give a lot of energy to something, you're praising it, you're worshiping it. So if you have like an addiction to porn, if you always watching TV, if you stay watching TV, or you don't know how to get off the game, you are worshiping it. If you on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat and you got role models as thoughts are your role models. Because if you actually pay attention, and I pay attention on God, I examine people like shit online and in real life. I'm not gonna hold you up. And I read this in a comment section once. A person said most women are succubus, right? I don't agree with that, but I will say a lot of young women are expressing a lot of thought behavior going on in this generation now. If you actually pay attention, it's a lot of people who women, all they talk about is taking other females, man, having multiple partners, hot girl summer, city girl summer, all this thought shit. You see, and if you actually talk to them, I'm in group chats, I have DMs. I know a lot of people actually, these females, and I'm not generalizing females, I'm talking about specific types of females, a specific type, which we all call thoughts, which are the energy vampires. They want to fuck many men, and when you have sex with them, what are they doing? They're absorbing your spirit, so they love that shit. It's making them stronger, so they gonna keep doing it. You over here fiending over these females. And it get to a point where it's a lot of females that's young right now, and I noticed this since I was a teenager. A lot of women actually bi-curious. A lot of women actually open to other females and don't consider themselves gay. Don't consider themselves lesbian, homosexual, nothing. I'm not saying that that's wrong, not saying that there's anything wrong with that, because I definitely, quite frankly, don't give a fuck. But yeah, pay attention to what you seeing. Pay attention to what you indulging in. Pay attention to what you hearing. See, we about to transition into hearing right now, out of seeing. But I will say, don't get trapped into an illusion when it comes to your eyes. Don't get. Basically, this is Venus energy. Like, Venus is all about, oh, this looks good, this smells good, this tastes good. That's Venus. That's the Venus inside of you. Just because we all got aspects and traits of each planet in each zodiac sign. Just because you're a just because you're a fucking Sagittarius, don't mean you don't have characteristics of a Libra. Just because you are Aries, don't mean you don't got the characteristics of a Virgo, etc. You have the characteristics of every zodiac sign, but you are mainly the zodiac sign that you born under, right? Now, anyway, moving on. See, when it come to hearing, like I said with the music, pay attention to what you put in your ear. Pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to who you around and what they be saying. When you hearing certain things, it's just like when you growing up, right? I say you growing up, you could be from New York. Because I know a dude from New York who lived here his whole entire life. He has a New York accent. If you are born because let's say you learn proper English, just the English you learn, the language you learning is English, right? There is such thing as proper English, and then there is such thing as like urban slang, right? Now let's say you born under a family who talk in a southern accent, let's say a Tennessean accent, like Tennessee, right? The more you are born, the more you hang around them, the more you are raised by those people. You don't even have to be raised by them. You can be just friends with them. The more you are around these people, the more you talk like them, right? The more you start to catch on to their accent. So this is the same thing. You are subconsciously taking in information. Like I said with the music, you listen to gangster music and you probably be in the mirror pointing finger guns on your front camera, acting hard. You probably be on the internet talking shit to people in comment sections. You probably think you tough. But yeah, that's one thing. I changed up my music genres a few years ago. Like I listen to anything. I don't just listen to rap. I don't like bullshit music. I like what I gravitate towards. So I know like Kevin Gates a gangster rapper, but he doesn't just make gangster rap. And even his gangster rap is beautiful. And this is not up for debate. You can listen to Kevin Gates Mata, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, then you got feeling. Now, when it comes to feeling, like any of these give you dopamine, but when we talking about feeling, touching yourself, somebody touching you, orgasm, love, kindness, when you feel any of these things, when you feel your kundalini, when you feel orgasm, when you feel mental orgasm, when you feel oral orgasm, you are going to experience a boost in dopamine. Now, I told y'all the more dopamine you get, the more unnecessary, excessive dopamine you get, the more your brain starts to look like a dope fiend. You get a brain that's similar to a meth or a coke addict. Excuse me. Now, the more you are indulged in things that are based on satisfaction, things that satisfy you, it don't even got to be as far as touch. It could be taste, feel, smell. Because, you know, if you watch My Strange Addictions, people are addicted to certain smells, right? But we talking about feeling right now. Now, a lot of times we get indulged in fantasies. We get indulged in satisfaction. We get indulged in desires that are driven by greed. And we start to get addicted. And then this just brings us to our first chakra. You are ungrounded. It's like you can't do things by yourself. It's like you can't fend for yourself. You ungrounded. So you disconnected from the earth. When you feel ungrounded, you probably don't even know what that means. It means your first chakra is unbalanced. You don't be in nature enough. You don't put your feet on the ground enough. You probably don't eat enough vegetables and fruit, no plant-based foods. Like but anyway, the more you indulge in this satisfaction, just feeling, just boosting your dopamine, because too much of anything is not good for you. So you got to be mindful of the things that you do to yourself, because you probably like to touch yourself. I know it's a lot of y'all. Most men like to touch themselves. A lot of females like to touch themselves. I noticed something, right? And this could mean you have a lust demon. It could not mean that. But I know when you have an addiction, sometimes you unconsciously touch your private areas when you just laying down, sitting there watching TV or something. You probably be touching yourself and you don't even notice. Sometimes you probably catch yourself doing it and you like, oh shit, I'm touching myself. Why am I touching myself? You have to be mindful of what you are doing, what you are saying, feeling, hearing. Now let's go to smelling. Now, I ain't gonna talk too much about smelling, because who the fuck, yeah, like I said, if you have an addiction to smelling, that raises your dopamine. Don't be a cokehead. Don't be out here sniffing just because actually it may not be too many people who have a smelling addiction, but I know it's a lot of people out there like that. Don't be going around smelling stuff, because I remember a few years ago, my cousin told me a story about a dude who went around smelling porta potties and smelling people's feces inside the porta potties, and he died from what's it called? Asphyxiation. Just smelling it. But yeah. So now, let's talk about your breath. See, when we get in certain situations, if you pay attention to your body, because really you're supposed to pay a lot of attention to yourself. When you focus on yourself, you're giving yourself energy. You have more energy, you have more grounding, you have more subtleness in your body, so to say. Like you in your body, that means you more aware of what's going on in there inside your microverse. Right? So let's say you in a meeting, you probably get nervous. You probably around people who arguing. You probably in fear. You probably get in an argument and you get nervous, and that nervousness leads to fear. I told y'all before though, nervousness does not mean fear. It just means you are uncomfortable. Nervousness can be a gateway into fear, but nervousness does not equal fear. You can get nervousness the fuck out of the way. Now, your breath, you breathe on the left side of your body and you breathe on the right side of your body. This is prana. There's also a channel in the middle. But really, right? I told y'all you're supposed to be breathing in your lower abdomen, right? This is what I do, right? I breathe in deep as fuck into my till I feel my stomach stretch. And I hold that breath, and you know how when you feeling your breath going away and you feeling like just like a claustrophobic type of feeling, like, okay, now I gotta breathe. I get that feeling and I try to relax so that it's like I'm controlling, like I'm resisting an uncomfortable feeling. And I keep doing this repeatedly, and it relaxes the fuck out of me, and I can get into an alpha state more quicker. I told y'all about the alpha state. I do alpha state damn near every night. And it boosts my visualization when I'm meditating, and it boosts my imagination and my creation. It puts me at a very deep and relaxed state. This is why I think people should be doing Mushin or Vipassana meditation. Mushin, mainly Mushin, Mushin. This will increase your self-awareness, and they teach you how to put you in a alpha state. But the technique I do, it don't take too long. So anyway, be aware of your actions. Now, I notice sometimes, and even now, sometimes I do things I'm not conscious of. I may pick something up. I may drop something. I may go somewhere I may go in the kitchen and forget why I'm in the kitchen. I may you forget things. Some people hit people. It go that far. Some people hit people for no reason. Some people talk shit to people for no reason. Some people just pay attention to the things that you do. If you do a lot of things, or you feel like, oh, I'm always fucking up something, or I'm always doing something stupid, pay more attention. This is something I had to learn the hard way, because last year when I went to California, I bought an iPhone XS Max, right? And I lost it in the back of an Uber. I'm not from fucking California. So I lost it there. I had to leave it. Because I tried to call the Uber. She was not trying to give me my phone. So I had to order a new phone. It took me 10 days when I got back to Michigan. But anyway, basically, I was told to pay more attention to my awareness. Like, pay more attention to what I'm doing. Because if I was paying more attention to what I was doing, if I had the self-awareness I had now, I wouldn't have lost my phone. I wouldn't have left it in the car. Because when I got out the car, I noticed not even 1 minute after I got out the car that I lost it. But it was too late. I'm assuming she stole it. But anyway, pay attention to your habits. Now, I told y'all, when you got habits can be tough. When you got habits, you probably be sitting in there stressing after you done did whatever it is you addicted to. You probably be after you do it, you probably be feeling depressed. You're not even supposed to be holding on to the past. So that's one thing right there. Don't feel depressed after you do an addiction, after you do something, after you relapse. That's the word. Don't feel depressed about it. Don't hang on to it. Pick yourself up. Don't fucking do it again. Because you got to ask yourself, take that feeling you feel after you just relapsed on, whether it be drugs, whether it be sex, porn addiction, whether it be masturbation, whatever it is, whatever addiction you have. Take that feeling you get when you relapse and ask yourself, let yourself know you do not want to feel that again. You ejaculating, you eating too much sugar, you playing too many video games, you watching too much porn, you doing too much of this, you smoking too many cigarettes. What you think this gonna do? It's making it harder for you to quit. And when it's time for you to quit and you going through withdrawals, you feel like shit. Now you going through a detox. Your body gotta reprogram itself and bring itself back to its natural state. Cause then you probably be feeling like just feeling all fucked up because you addicted and you don't know how to get over your addiction. You don't even know who to ask. You don't even know where to start to even get out of the addiction. Self-awareness It's about your self-awareness. When you have more self-awareness, you begin to move different. You begin to see things different. Examine the people around you. Examine the people who you hang around. Examine your family. You got to examine what's in your life. You have to, because anything you believe in, anything you have in your life, it dictates your life. It's a part of your life. You got to look at these things and ask yourself, are these things I want in my life? Are these the people I want with me? Is these the people I want here? Will these people help me? Are these people helping me evolve? Are these people helping me reach my goals? Are they helping me find my purpose? What are these people doing? How are they benefiting me? And it's not like you got to look at people as your benefit. It's more so if you and people are hanging out and all y'all do is have fun, what else are y'all doing? Fun is not helping you evolve. You can have fun and do your purpose. You will have more fun doing your purpose. Because let me tell you something. You go out and have fun, right, with your homeboys. Some people, they don't want to stop hanging out. They attach to that. Now, some people, they don't give a fuck about hanging out. You probably got friends who be already ready to go home minutes after y'all just started hanging out. They probably don't even want to stay at the party if y'all at a party. They ready to go home. These are empaths. These are people who absorb energy too quick. But anyway, yeah. And the thing about that, you introverts, you people who don't like to go out, this is a thing that's happening in society. See, solitude, I told y'all being alone make you stronger, but another thing is I also told you it can also be addicting. You gotta like chill. You gotta, because I know introverts like to stay in the house, right? You're supposed to be able to communicate. You're supposed to be able to express yourself. Now, that's another thing I want to talk about here. Don't be afraid to express yourself, right? Because this closes and makes your throat chakra underactive. A lot of us don't like to speak. During chances, we have the chance to speak. Sometimes we get a chance to speak, and this be our opportunity to be great or make something happen for ourselves, and we don't even know it. We probably be wanting to speak to somebody or ask somebody a question, and we be just too nervous. You got to let that go. You got to get out your first chakra. You gotta balance your second and your fifth chakra. Because if you when you feel something in your heart, anything you express, if you be suppressing your feelings or you don't speak your mind when somebody pissing you off, somebody making you sad, hurting your feelings, somebody talking shit to you, if you don't speak your mind, you probably be lying, you don't say things when you're supposed to. You be just holding your tongue. This closes off your throat chakra. And you can feel that. You probably don't talk deep enough. Your voice probably doesn't vibrate. You don't know how to talk with your chest. You don't know how to breathe deep. Because your fucking throat chakra is underactive. You probably got anxiety. When we trying to express ourselves, right? It comes out the heart and out of the throat. And when we pause, some people who got anxiety, let's say you want to ask a question in class. You nervous, not sure if you should put your hand up. You mumbling, you stuttering. You trying to get the words out, and then you just put your hand down. You want to talk. You basically, in that moment, you just kind of you lowered the frequency of your throat chakra. You making it more underactive. If you gonna say something, say it. If somebody pissing you off, making you feel something, express yourself. You have to express. That's how you express. This is why people sing when it comes out the heart. I told y'all, just like a laugh comes from the heart. Although you're breathing and laughing from your stomach, it comes from the heart. When you smile, it comes from the heart. When you're being kind, it comes from the heart. Love yourself. Love others. But yeah, that's the thing. See, social media, the internet is making it people more susceptible to going to be alone and be in solitude and not like to be out and communicating with other humans. You supposed to be wanting to. You supposed to be able to do that without feeling socially awkward. You supposed to be able to communicate. When you not communicating and you always in the house, you are disconnecting yourself from nature and people. How you gonna be connected to people? Bro, your feet not even on the ground outside. So how you connect? What are you doing? Stick your head out the window. Go say hi to a person walking on the sidewalk or something. Say hi to a neighbor at least. Say hi to the sun. A lot of introverts stay in the house too much. Be mindful of your introvertedness. Because that's something I had to learn. I know I record a lot of my videos in the house. I don't go places that much anymore. If I'm going somewhere, I'm going to the gym. I'm going out for a walk. I probably go to the store. I probably go to the movies. I probably go to family house. I probably go for a walk. Other than that, I'm not going out doing no bullshit. Or going to work. I don't like, it's not hard to talk to people. When you are easily able to express yourself, people see this and they admire that. It makes it more comfortable for them to express themselves. When somebody see that they able to express themselves to you, they express themselves to you. You gotta be, how do I say it? Open. You gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be fearless. You gotta be unmovable. That's something I learned. Another thing is your aura. Strengthen your aura. It's about your aura and your vibration. Have awareness of this. Not like you gotta see your aura physically to know if it's good or not. You will feel this. And if you know you at a low vibration, your aura is weak. If you be getting sick, your aura is a bit weak. If you be feeling negative energy, you be angry, pissed, sad, feeling fear, your aura weak. You need to meditate. Meditate strengthens mindfulness. You have mindfulness of your microverse. Everything starts inside. Your inner world creates your outer world. This is why I said when you increase self-awareness, the awareness in your life outside changes. It's always changing for me. My life is changing it's changing every day. All of us are. But in the aspect of awareness, my life is changing every day. I'm taking in new information every day, like you should be doing. Never stop learning. But yeah, practice basically one thing that will help you with all of this is the meditation, yoga, taking care of yourself. I'm gonna make a video about like tips I did when I first started getting more spiritual this year. What I did to use to make my vibration go up, better my life, change the way I see the world. Because when I started being more spiritual this year, I was writing down so much. I was watching so many videos on how to change my life, raise my vibration, manifest. I want to teach y'all that. I want to show y'all and teach y'all what I know. Because it'll be kind of fucked up if I don't share it with y'all, because it helped me. And I know a lot of y'all going through what I used to go through and still looking for an answer. But that's pretty much it. I'm Universe taking off. I love you all. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, DM me, email, or comment in the comment section. It's Dom Universe. I'm taking off. Yeah.